Hello, my name is Stephen Bruce, and I'm the PreMasters program course leader here at Dublin International Foundation College. And today I'm going to give a short presentation about our course, the PreMasters program, and explain some of the features and the course content. So first of all, we're going to begin with a closer look at the PreMasters program and what's involved. So first of all, why choose the PreMasters pathway? Well, our program is recognized, it's accredited, and it's a quality assured program which offers a pathway for students to enter third level studies. The program is relatively short. It's either 9 months or 7 months, depending on whether you join Route A or Route B. We've partnerships with many leading universities here in Ireland and also in the UK and further afield in the USA and Australia. The aim of the course is to help students develop their knowledge, their language knowledge, the skills and the competence required for them to succeed in university. And overall, our course aims to bridge the gap between the entry point for students and the entry point for universities. So if you choose to study on the PreMasters program, what will you study? The PreMasters program is divided into 3 main sections. First, you have EAP, which is English for academic purposes. After this, you have a subject module, and students can choose depending on what they would like to study in their postgraduate studies. So for example, students who are hoping to study finance or business or administration might go into the management stream, whereas students who might be hoping to study a science-related postgraduate, for example, biology, analytical chemistry, might choose the life science stream. And the third main component of the PreMasters program is research methods, which I'll talk a little bit more about in detail later on. The course also offers additional support. We have ICT classes in which we help students with computer-related issues that will be helpful to them in their third level studies. For example, Excel, Microsoft Word, formatting, and so on. And we also have classes in Western culture, where we go through some of the things that students might need to know to help their transition to studying in Western universities. Another feature that we're very proud of is our pastoral care. So each student will have a tutor, and the tutor's role is to help that student throughout the course of the year, to help them if they have personal issues, if they have study-related issues, or if they have issues with their placement in university, if they're unsure about which university to choose or which course to study or the entry requirements. The tutor's job is to help students to understand those issues better and find a solution. So the skills that we aim to teach our students during the course are many, and we believe that these skills are essential for studying at postgraduate level. As I mentioned earlier, the research is a big part of the program. So students will learn research skills, how to conduct a research project, how to build a research project from a simple question all the way up to a full dissertation. Students will also learn presentation and communication skills, how to give presentations, organize presentations, deal with questions, and also how to work within groups, how to communicate both with their colleagues and also with the academic staff. Teamwork is obviously a big part of this. And also there will be a lot of opportunity for students to work on problem-solving skills, critical thinking, analytical skills. So challenging a lot of the materials that they read. The tutor's responsibility is also to help students with their organizational and time management skills. So for example, making sure that students are able to plan and organize the deadlines so that they are able to submit their work on time. to make sure that they're able to manage a study schedule. We also look at study skills, how to make the most out of the time that they spend here in the course. And then students who study on the management stream will also get the chance to work on mathematics related to economics, business studies, whereas students who study on the life sciences stream will get a grounding in a lot of the scientific components that they'll need for their third level studies, which I'll talk about a little bit more detail later. So to go into a little bit more detail about the English for Academic Purposes course. So students will study for approximately 10 hours per week, and the EAP, the English for Academic Purposes course, is divided according to the 4 skills: writing, reading, speaking, and listening. So the kind of areas that you will look at in writing are writing reports, arguments, essays, and the skills that students will work on are cohesion, how to write critical reports, referencing, avoiding plagiarism. In the reading, students will read a wide range of sources. We'll be looking at articles, journals, reports, reviews, and the skills we'll focus on are scanning, skimming, evaluating, annotating. So helping students to process and deal with these texts more efficiently and to meet the purpose they're reading them for. If we look at speaking, as mentioned earlier, students will work a lot on presentations, giving presentations, attending presentations, taking part in debates, taking part in interviews, conducting interviews. And the skills they'll focus on are describing, discussing findings, research, discussing papers, and working with their peers, for example, to give group presentations and to report on work that they've done. And then finally, students will look at the listening part of the course. Students will attend numerous lectures throughout the year. They'll take part in seminars where they have to listen and process data, and also where they will both give and listen to colleagues' reports. The skills that we'll be working on are note-taking, listening for detail. So overall, these are the 4 main skills that are covered in English for Academic Purposes, and these classes are divided so that approximately 10 hours a week are devoted to these. The other main section is research methods, and this comprises 3 to 4 hours per week, plus a 2-hour tutorial. Each student on the research methods module will have a supervisor, and the supervisor's job is to help the student create a full-scale research project. So the supervisor will work with the student from the start to develop a research aim, develop a way of collecting data related to that aim, and helping the student to go about collecting that data, analyzing that data. So the main kind of areas of the research methods modules are literature reviews, designing a research methodology, carrying out interviews, questionnaires, analyzing data. We'll look at some statistics, mainly descriptive, and also research ethics. So thinking about what you can and you cannot do in a research project. As I mentioned earlier, students will have the choice of whether to study on a management stream or the life sciences stream, depending on the course that they hope to go on to at university. So the management stream takes place in a lecture format. So the idea of the program overall is to give students the experience of what it will be like attending lectures in university in a subject that is related to their future studies. There are approximately 3 to 4 hours of lectures and classes per week. And the topics that will be covered are international business, economics, technology, law, marketing, management, and e-business. And within these lectures, students will have the chance to take part in case studies, prepare reports, analyze data, and present based on some of the research that they've done. So for example, students may take part in poster presentations or deliver short presentations to their classmates. Alternatively, for those students who are hoping to study science at postgraduate level, there's the life sciences stream. As with management, this is 3 to 4 hours per week of classes. And again, the idea is to give students an idea of what it will be like studying in a university environment through English, attending lectures and taking part in case studies and looking at experiments and science-related issues. And of these, the main examples that you will look at in life sciences are health, pathogenesis, environment, disease, DNA, biotechnology, and pharmaceuticals. And again, students will have the chance to deal with research papers based on these areas and to present and give papers based on their own studies within this field. So now moving to assessment. The way in which the PreMasters program works is to divide assessment between examination and continuous assessment. So examinations accounts for 50% of the student's final mark, and assessments accounts for the other 50% of the student's final mark. The examination is a familiar format to people who've taken large examinations before, for example, IELTS or TOEFL. There's a writing exam, a reading exam, a listening exam, and a speaking exam. And these examinations take place at the end of the course. Throughout the course, we give students practice exams, formative exams, 2 exams every semester, so that students can see their progress as they move towards the final exam. And these exams are worth 50% of their final mark. On the other side, we have the continuous assessment. And this is based on work that the student does throughout the academic year. And there are 4 parts to the continuous assessment. So the first main part is the student's dissertation, which they complete for research methods. So this is also part of their English for academic purposes assessment. Students will also give a presentation. This is a short 12 to 15-minute presentation based on research that they do during the course. This is worth 12.5% of their final grade. The other assessment is an annotated bibliography, and this involves students reading 3 journal articles and summarizing and evaluating these articles, looking at whether they are useful, academic, and the students must critically read these sources. And the final thing is a listening log, and this involves students preparing for and listening to 2 lectures, taking notes, and then using those notes to write a summary of the key points from those lectures. So the continuous assessment is a chance for students to account for 50% of their mark based on work that they are doing throughout the year. So this balance between continuous assessment and examinations is hopefully a good one for students, as it takes some of the pressure off, in that their final EAP grade does not depend completely on one day, on one exam. They have opportunities to show all their abilities, both in the exam and also through the assessments. And how do these grades compare? Well, here in the NCUK PreMasters program, we use a grading system of A, B, C, D. An A grade is 70% plus, and an A grade is equivalent to 7 in IELTS. A B grade is 60% to 69, and this is equivalent to an IELTS of 6.5. And a C grade is 50% to 59%, and this is equivalent to IELTS 6. With these grades, these are the grades that universities will look for when they decide to offer a student a place or not. So, for example, here in Ireland, many of the universities will look for example, a B grade, which is equivalent to IELTS 6.5, but also there are many options for students who score a C grade, which is equivalent to IELTS 6. So there are a very, very wide range of placement options for students at the A, B, and C level. Last year, in 2016, the students on our program, 95% passed the program with A, B, or C grades. So overall, it's a very, very successful way for students to gain entry to a postgraduate course of their choice. Here are some of the universities that NCUK and DIFC are matched with. Here in Ireland, we have close connections with Queen's University of Belfast, UCC, which is in Cork, National University of Maynooth, National University of Ireland, Maynooth, NCI, Cork, Limerick, Galway, Athlone, here in Griffith College, Carlow, Waterford. And then outside of Ireland, we have close relationships with university partners in the UK, like Sheffield, Manchester, Bristol, Kent, Birmingham, Bradford, and many others. So all of these universities offer places to our students, depending on the grades that they get. So students who successfully complete the PreMasters program can choose from a wide range of universities and courses to study after they finish their year here in DIFC. So just kind of looking back with some of the students that we've had in the past and where they are now. Last year, we had a lot of students who stayed here in Ireland. We had students now who are studying in Cork, Galway, Carlow, here in Griffith as well. A lot of students last year went on to study finance, business, international development management, accounting. We've had students who studied applied linguistics. And over in the UK as well, we've also had a lot of students go on there to Bradford, Huddersfield, again, continuing their studies in humanities, business-related masters, like international contemporary literature and media, or intellectual property and e-law. Also, students who've studied on the life sciences stream, many of those students continued on to do masters here in Ireland, in UCC and Galway. We had a large number of students studying analytical chemistry, applied sciences, global health, biomedicine, and then students as well who headed over to the UK to study in Sheffield Hallam, Salford and Manchester, studying in areas such as food science, microbiology, health promotion, and biotechnology. Just to give you an idea about the fees that students will have in third level studies, it depends on the university. So for example, here in Ireland, a one-year master's degree can start from approximately 11,000 euros up to 22,000 euros per year. And again, this depends on the subject that the student chooses to study. In the UK, a one-year's master's degree can go from, for example, £13,000 to £21,000 per year, ranging approximately 14,800 to 24,000. So scholarships can be available to support students, and these scholarships can be provided through the actual universities themselves, but also our partners in NCUK do offer scholarships for some of the UK universities. So choosing your university can be one of the more difficult things that the student needs to do while they're here at DIFC. So to help students with this, we have a number of different services. The main thing that we do is in February, we hold a university counselling fair. So at this fair, our university partners come and visit DIFC. They give presentations to the students where they explain their college, where they explain the courses and opportunities available to students. And then students have a chance to sit and talk with all the universities, to ask questions, to find information, to see what this university could offer them. We also organize visits to Irish university campuses. So we'll take students to Galway, to Cork, to Maynooth. We'll organize special visits where the staff at those universities will meet our students, where they'll answer students' questions, take them around the campus, and show them what services, what courses are available to those students. And then during the year, the DIFC tutor system provides a support for students. So as I mentioned earlier, students will have a specific tutor who is there to help them in choosing the best possible course for them, looking at all the options that are available to them, considering all the factors that are important for the student, and then trying to give them advice and guidance on what would be the best way forward for them. And we believe that this support is really valuable for the students because it's a way for them to talk through some of the concerns that they might have and to get a really deep understanding so that when they choose the course, they can be happy that they've made a good choice, a choice that's informed, and they know exactly what they're going to be getting. Within the school, we offer a lot of support for our students. On the teaching side, our staff are highly qualified. They have a great deal of experience dealing with students in this environment, working in academic environments. When the students make applications to universities, they're given a great deal of support through our placement system. Our approach here at DIFC is to focus on the student. The student is the center of what we do. The student is the reason that we're here. We work together, we work very closely. We have small class sizes, small tutor group sizes as well, so that each student has regular contact with staff, so that we all know each student well. We all know the concerns of students. We have a good understanding of where they are and where they need to go, so that we can offer them the best possible help and the best possible support, so that we can see what they need and then put systems in place to help students get where they need to go. We focus a lot on results. Students' performance on the course is regularly monitored so that we can give feedback quickly, so that we can help students improve where they need to improve, so that we can answer any questions students have regularly. Within the class, we have a lot of tools to help students. These might be the coursework materials, internet resources. We use Moodle as a learning platform that students can access both within the school and outside the school. And we offer regular assignment feedback. So students work through stuff in class, at home, and they receive regular feedback from teachers, identifying problem areas, what they can do to improve, and also to encourage them by showing them what they're doing well. So we believe that overall we offer a very kind of focused support system for the students, so that we can work closely with them to help students reach their full potential. So we believe that we, push ourselves to try to do the best for our students, and we do ask students to work hard on this course, because we believe that each student who comes on this course has the potential to do very well, and to go on then to succeed at university level when they finish with us. And we feel that for the student to really benefit from their time here at DIFC, that we encourage them to attend regularly. We give regular homework so that students can keep studying, keep their momentum going. We encourage a lot of in-class participation so that students can motivate each other, motivate themselves, and learn to work together, because this will be a big part of university at master's level study. Open-mindedness always helps, as students will be sometimes coming to a new environment and studying in ways that are different to how they've studied before. So it's important to be open-minded, to listen to your classmates, your teachers, to try to understand the instructions the teachers give. And also as well, we do encourage students to be organized with their time, to see the deadlines that are in front of them and to try to plan accordingly. And as I mentioned earlier, here at DIFC, we're very, very focused on helping students. So we really encourage students to ask questions as soon as they have a doubt or a worry, to ask. We're more than happy to answer any questions and to give feedback, to give suggestions, ideas, anything at all that a student has a question about. There's no such thing as a silly question. And then obvious little things we ask of students: to take notes, to revise, to make sure that they're on time with their assignments, and to look for help if they foresee any difficulty that might cause them trouble down the line. So if you're watching this, you might be thinking to yourself that the PreMasters program might be something you'd like to consider for next year. And if so, what can you do now? What could you do today to start preparing yourself? Well, the PreMasters program, if this is something that you're considering, you might think about starting now. You might start thinking of looking at universities. What courses would you like to study? Which country would you like to study in? Would you like to study in Ireland? Would you like to study in the UK? Which universities appeal to you? Look at the courses. How do they match your undergraduate studies? Do they offer something extra? Do they offer something that's interesting to you? You could also start working on your language skills. Try reading up a little bit more. Try listening to podcasts, TED Talks. Start trying to do some of the things that you'll be doing next year: listening, note-taking, writing. But more than that, really to start looking at where you want to be, how you would like to go forward with your academic studies, and what you need to get there. Because we believe that here at the DIFC, we can help you to get there. We can help you to move forward in your academic career so that you can do well, you can succeed, and you can benefit. So if you have any questions at all, my email address here is at stephenb@difcdublin.ie, or you could contact info@difc.ie. So I look forward to hopefully working with you in the future, and please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.